And speaking of no opposition, let's shift our focus to Bangladesh, where a court jailed a former Air Force chief and a former minister. The latest convictions add to a long list of incarcerated political opponents of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina ahead of next month's elections. Altaf Hossain Chowdhury headed the Air Force till the year 1995 and later joined the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. The BNP is the country's main opposition party. Chowdhury and former BNP Water Minister Hafizuddin Ahmed were among 8 people jailed by a Dhaka court for inciting violent protests in the year 2011 that saw BNP supporters indulging in arson. They were sentenced to jail for 21 months each. The opposition has rejected the case as quote-unquote baseless, false and fabricated. It has accused the courts of following the government's instructions and imprisoning Hasina's opponents ahead of the January 7th poll. Bangladesh's main opposition parties, the BNP and Jamaat-e-Islami, are boycotting the vote along with dozens of smaller parties, saying the national elections will be neither free nor fair. Both parties have staged huge protests this year, demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Hasina and appointing a neutral caretaker government to oversee the elections. The BNP even gave a non-cooperation call to the people, urging them to boycott the polls and refrain from election duties. Even asked them to not pay the taxes. At least 11 people have died in the demonstration so far. The BNP says over 25,000 opposition party members have been arrested since September, including the party's entire senior leadership in Bangladesh. Hasina's government disputes all of those figures, saying only 11,000 had been detained. As if that's a small number. Prime Minister Hasina has presided over significant economic growth in Bangladesh since being elected in the year 2009. But her opponents say that she has ruled with an iron fist and her security forces indulge in rampant human rights abuses. 2 years ago, Washington sanctioned the elite Rapid Action Battalion police unit and many of its top officers over allegations of human rights abuses. The US has also threatened to sanction officials responsible for electoral malpractices.